I'm Kirsten, and I am the teacher.
And I am Lillian, and I'm the athlete.
Slide of NWABA logo. Running adaptations.
In this video, we will be discussing and demonstrating the different adaptations for running with an athlete with a visual impairment. The first one we are going to be showing is running with a guide tether. I have two guide tethers in my hands. The one in my right is a bit longer. A guide tether should be a maximum of 12 inches long. This one is 12 inches long. On each end, it has a large stopper knot for the athlete and the guide to grasp. The one in my left hand is a bit shorter. It's about 8 inches long, again with a stopper knot on each end. And as an athlete and a guide pair become more proficient, they can reduce the length of the tether.
Alternative adaptations.
There are a few other running adaptations, including having the guide runner wear either a bell wristlet or carry a bell or beeping sound source so that the runner has an audible target to follow as they're running. If an athlete has some vision, you can have the guide wear a high contrast vest while they're running, and the guide and runner will run in close proximity, and the runner will be able to follow the high contrast vest. These are all the different running adaptations that a guide and a runner with a visual impairment can use.
Using a guide wire.
Another running adaptation is using a guide wire. I have a guide wire on my right. It is strung between two stationary poles and is strung so that the wire is taut. A guide wire can be either a wire, a clothesline, a piece of parachute cord, or any other string or wire that can be strung taut, and it's heavyweight enough for the athlete to run back and forth along, but not so heavy that the weight of the wire will hang down. We've put a pull noodle at each end of the guide wire to let the athlete know when they are approaching the stationary pole and when they should stop. There is a guide wire tether attached to the wire. It is attached using a carabiner. And on the end of the carabiner, there is a guide tether. Again, it is less than 12 inches long, and the carabiner can be clipped to the guide wire. There's a stopper knot at the end of the guide wire tether, and the athlete can grip the tether in between their two fingers, and the stopper knot will hold it there, or they can grip it in their fist and run along the guide wire. The tether should be long enough for the athlete to be able to get a full rotation while they are running.
Finishing a race.
When a guide and a runner are in a race together, whether they're using a guide tether or a sound source or a high contrast vest, it is essential that the runner finishes ahead of the guide. Typically, they will do this by the guide letting the runner know that they are approaching the finish line, giving a countdown of 3, 2, 1, finish, and then the runner will run ahead of the guide as the guide runs behind the runner so that the runner can finish ahead of the guide.
For more, visit the Sports Adaptations page at www.nwaba.org. Thank you for watching.
Thank you to the Washington State School for the Blind for allowing us to use their campus in the making of these videos.
Slide of NWABA logo.